Hello students, myself Dr.Vaishali. I am NEET UG educator for biology. In the previous video, we discussed about the type of the WBCs, and now in this video, we are discussing about the different types of the lymphocytes, which is having important role into the immunity system of our body. So basically there are the two types of the lymphocytes are present, namely T lymphocyte and B lymphocyte. As we all know that lymphocytes are produced into the bone marrow. But when lymphocyte get differentiated or maturated into the thymus gland, which is the most important endocrine gland, then it is called as the T lymphocyte. And when lymphocyte get formed and maturated or differentiated into the bone marrow, then it is called as the B lymphocyte. This T lymphocyte having further types. One of the most important type of the T lymphocyte, which is called as the killer T cell, or this killer T cell is also called as the cytotoxic cell according to their function. So what is the function of this killer T cell? This killer T cell, when any pathogen get enter in our body, then this cell destroys that pathogen by forming pores in their membrane, and that's why this cell is called as the cytotoxic cell and the killer T cell. And that's why the T lymphocyte, which is having the most important role in the type of the immunity, which is called as the cellular immunity or cell-mediated immunity. So this is the most important question and frequently asked into the previous NEET examination, that dash cell is having role into the cellular or the cell-mediated immunity. So the answer is the T lymphocyte. And subtype of the T lymphocyte is the killer T cell. Then the second type of the killer T cell is the helper T cell. As its name suggests, this cell itself does not kill any pathogen or antigen, but helper T cell stimulates the B lymphocyte, and as B lymphocyte further stimulate some cells which are present in the plasma, which produces the antibodies, and finally that antibodies interact with antigen-antibody complex formation takes place, and further antigen get destroyed by that antibodies. So the helper T cell also most important, and again most important point of view according to NEET examination is that in one of the most important sexually transmitted disease, the count of the helper T cell get decreases, and that disease is nothing but it is the HIV infection. The disease is called as the AIDS. Third type of the T lymphocyte is the memory T cell. As its name suggests, it keeps the memory of the previous infection. So whenever there is the recurrent or further infection occur, this memory T cell recognize that pathogen and help to destroy it, and that's why its name is suggested as the memory T cell. Then the last type of the T lymphocyte, which is called as the suppressor T cell, and the function of this suppressor T cell is suppress the inflammatory reaction, as inflammatory reaction or a response is the hyper response. So this cell suppress or help to suppress some kind of this response, and that's why the severe symptoms does not occur. Another type of the lymphocyte is the B lymphocyte. I explained why it is called as the B lymphocyte, and its main function is to stimulate the plasma cell, and that plasma cell which are present into the blood plasma form or help to produce the antibodies, and that antibodies destroyed certain kind of the pathogen which get entered in our body whenever infections takes place. That's why B lymphocyte performs the important role in the humoral immunity. Here humoral word come from the word which is called as the humerus, and humerus means secretion. So B lymphocyte by their secretion stimulate plasma cell to produce antibodies, and that's why this is called as the humoral immunity. So B lymphocyte having important role into the humoral immunity and T lymphocyte having important role into the cell mediated immunity. So this is the most important point according to the NEET examination, and also this is also important according to your future MBBS first year. So thank you.